As rumors continue to swirl about the future of the West Virginia Mountaineers men's basketball program, Hoops from the Hills is here to keep you steady and ready. John Beilein in, players out. These are the rumors we're hearing, and we're going to talk about those on the other side of the intro on this episode of Hoops from the Hills. What is up, guys, and welcome back in. My name is Mountaineer Paul, and you have landed yourself here again at another edition of Hoops from the Hills. My friend and partner Coos is working, and this news was a little bit too important not to go ahead and jump on, guys. Rumors are flying around, and these are people that I trust. These are people in the know. And the way it looks right now, West Virginia is going to be losing 1, 2, possibly more players as this situation continues to drag out. It may happen while I'm recording this and make this video null. That's how quickly we're expecting these things possibly to happen. What players could we see leaving the program? Well, Trey Mitchell is a name that we've heard a lot of steam about since yesterday. Pick up, not happy with the situation. Andy Kennedy releases a late night tweet last night saying, "Don't be a sheep. Hashtag fake news. Hashtag just blaze with a dragon, a basketball, and some fire." So it is believed a lot of kids within the program were holding out hope that Andy Kennedy would be a guy that comes to Morgantown. Also, a lot of reporting being done, guys, right now that these players are being offered a lot more money than what West Virginia can pay all of them. We've got a roster, guys, put together. I don't think people really realize we've got 4 or 5 individuals in this roster that would make some team, which is why it's so highly rated. Unfortunately, back channels are going to be communicated through. Tampering is going to happen. I guess it's not technically tampering, but it doesn't feel right in the wake of Hugs in this situation. And so it looks really bleak right now, guys. Really was looking forward to this basketball season. Not saying it can't still be successful in some way. Who knows what the future holds or what's going to happen. But I think a lot of us are in this pretty much in the mindset that, okay, if the players are gone and Andy Kennedy is not coming on board, like was reported all day yesterday by reputable people, by the way. This was everywhere you could look yesterday. Andy Kennedy was getting a lot of steam. So you start to think, okay, if the players are out, if Kennedy is not coming to keep the players, if an interim is not going to be the thing that happens, what keep everybody happy? Is it Josh Eilert in the interim spot that could be open? Would that keep some of these kids? Or is it what I think would be kind of the best of all worlds right now, considering we may just be losing the players anyway? Who has shown they can build a program? Obviously, we still got some. If we lose these players, we're going to get that money back. So that means this guy should be able to use it, right? Obviously, talking about John Beilein, former West Virginia, Michigan coach and Detroit Pistons analyst. John Beilein has begun to pick up some steam. Don't know, can't substantiate really any of this, can't prove any of it, although a lot of reputable people are speculating on Beilein, including Brad Howell yesterday, making his case for John Beilein. I mean, if Brad Howell doesn't know as of yesterday, who's going to know, guys? Those guys at 3 guys are as plugged in as anybody else. And if they're guessing, that means Ren Baker's keeping this stuff to himself. There are breadcrumbs if you follow them, but to put something together, it's tough right now. And guys, before I go any further, Ren Baker has been thrown into a really tough spot. I think a lot of people are going to be upset with Ren that he didn't make a decision quicker. But let's have some sympathy on Ren Baker, who has done some really good things since arriving in Morgantown. The job just hasn't been fair to him up until now. I mean, there's no way to cut it any better. Ren Baker has been under the gun since he walked through the doors, having to deal with Neil Brown firstly, Don Plitzelwhite secondly, finally hiring the hiring of Mark Kellogg, which he smashed out of the park. That's all we've got to go on so far. And now, obviously, the legendary Bob Huggins, 2 mistakes in 6 weeks, is out. What will Ren Baker do? If this is your first time watching Hoops from the Hills, guys, we ask that you subscribe to the channel. It is free. You don't have to pay anything, and you get you get updates every time we go live, guys. We go live usually once or twice every other week. We're trying to get to be doing that more. Obviously, you'll see us as we release videos, which is almost on a daily basis anymore with this basketball news. Expect a lot more news to come out as this thing develops. Drop a comment below, guys, and tell me who you guys want. If the players were to leave and Andy Kennedy is not here to keep them, who do you want? Is it a John Beilein? Is it somebody else? Do you think we should go Ben McCollum and just blow the whole thing up and bet our future on a 42-year-old savant Division II coach? Be interesting. And lastly, guys, like the video. If you like the video, it supports the algorithm. Our video reaches a wider audience, and we are happy as a result because we are getting more views and exposure, hopefully subscribers, so we can talk about Mountaineer basketball with everybody else. Sorry I don't have better news to report on today, guys. Obviously, we don't want to hear about this kind of stuff. Not going to lie, I'm going to have to take a break from this video today. Like a lot of you guys, this stuff means pretty much everything to me as a single guy that lives by himself. The Mountaineers are pretty much the top for me. So, as sad or as silly as that might seem, I live and die with almost every decision, and it's just the reality of being a fanatic like I am. It's how we're bred, guys. If you're watching this show, I'm assuming you're not a casual fan. We thank you for that. Really hope you enjoy this edition of Hoops from the Hills. Coos will be back next time, guys. But until then, this episode is over. I am out.